Someone said, does Real Madrid ever not play against Manchester City?
Yeah. It's the 5th straight time, like I mentioned, and 6 out of the last 7, I believe, they face each other. I mean, these two teams know each other very well.
There's always good games, though, between the two of them. There's always a lot of goals and drama between these two clubs.
This is Real Madrid's schedule, easily one of the hardest schedules to have. They're facing 6 former champions. Nico, with the bar of success set so high for Real Madrid, anything short of winning isn't really acceptable. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Without a doubt. Real Madrid understand that it's their first year under Xabi Alonso, but it's the 2nd year with the guys behind them on the screen that you see, Kylian Mbappé and Vinícius Jr. And when you assemble a team like this and you're Real Madrid, winning the Champions League is an obligation. If the Mbappé-Vinícius era, or at least the Mbappé era, ends without a Champions League, without a Ballon d'Or for him, for example, I think his time at Real Madrid is a failure, but he knows that. I'm not saying anything far-fetched here. Real Madrid have the highest standards. That's why they're the greatest club in the history of European football. They've won this tournament so many times, people have lost count. So this is a big year for Xavi, and he's under pressure immediately. He's walking into a situation that, like you said, Ian, last year for Real Madrid's standards was unacceptable.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Nico's correct with the squad that they've assembled. It's quite remarkable to have the names on the back of the jerseys. Quite insane. And as what Nico's pointing out there, there's a standard, there's an excellence, it's an institution of winning this competition. And once again, they have to do their best to try and win this competition. So it is standard set. But I think Xabi Alonso understands that it's important to win a trophy, full stop. I'm sure he wants to win every single trophy there.
Yeah, definitely.
But he can't go trophyless this season. Real Madrid need to win a trophy this year. La Liga title is there for them. Obviously, I think it'll be a real race between them, Atleti. Obviously, I would imagine Barcelona are going to have a big thing to say about that as well. But I do think the Champions League for both of those giant clubs, and I'm going to throw Atleti in there as well, those three, they prioritise having success in European competition because of the finances it brings, the notoriety it brings, and obviously what it means to the institutions that they are. But Xabi Alonso, the squad that he's got, I'm intrigued to see how he handles this competition. He did incredibly well with Leverkusen, but this is a great group of players he's got. They should be favourites to win this competition, but they're not.
Yeah, great group of players he's got. Kylian Mbappé, let's talk about him. He had a record-breaking year. He's going to be facing against his first club, Monaco, during these 8 games. How crucial is he going to be in driving this team forward to winning that trophy?
Essential. Again, going back to the individual quality, the difference makers, Kylian Mbappé is that guy for Real Madrid. Vinícius Jr. as well. I think it's a really big season for him too, especially since his contract extension negotiations have stalled. I think this is a big year for Vini to prove his worth to Real Madrid. Mbappé, on the other hand, on a pretty off season for Real Madrid, he was by far the best players. His goal scoring numbers were incredible, and when you saw that he got going, it was different. But in knockout stage football, Mbappé has to deliver. I remember that semi-final against Borussia Dortmund from 2 seasons ago at this point. He didn't deliver in that semi-final.
Yeah.
And again,
big occasion.
What are the difference makers? It's a Hummels last-ditch tackle. It's the guys who have quality. And that's where Kylian Mbappé had to have been a difference maker, and he wasn't. And go again for Real Madrid.
Yeah,
it's going to be key in a semi-final of a Champions League, in a quarter-final, or maybe in a final.
There's been many a Galactico who has gone to Real Madrid and not won that major trophy, though. Don't forget that. It's a club that always brings those Galactico players, the big names, to their football club, and some of them have not had success. I'm thinking of that Beckham era, who kind of failed in many ways. They didn't have much success.
First iteration of the Galacticos.
I couldn't imagine Kylian Mbappé not picking up that trophy at Real Madrid. It's got to happen at some point. I think for his own personal legacy, it's a great opportunity for him to obviously showcase exactly how important he is for Real Madrid. At many point last year, I was looking at Vinícius Jr. being the most important player for Real Madrid, and he was off boil, majority, if not on form. I think that Kylian Mbappé was slowly getting better as the season went along, and they were relying so heavily on him in the closing stages of the season to actually win a trophy. It didn't quite happen for him. But I think this season, Kylian Mbappé is everything to Real Madrid. He has to play well. He has to stay healthy. He has to score goals. He has to be maybe the instigator in keeping this group together. Because at any point, I know Xabi Alonso's got a lot to say about this, making sure chemistry is good in your group, but I still think Kylian Mbappé could be a leader in this group as well. They may be missing a few pieces, but their squad in depth is really of the highest quality. I'm intrigued to see how they handle those big games. For Kylian, obviously going back to France, Marseille, Monaco, they've never lost it against a French team in home form. I think that's interesting in the Champions League. And then obviously you've got the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation, which I'll leave that for you, Nico, to talk about.
He'll be going back to Liverpool. Exciting time.